There you go, you've had the full scale of what can happen in the space of a week from these group of players. You get a win, you have an amazing result despite a shaky start, of course, against Kilmarnock during the week, and then you turn up to your home stadium, Ibrox for this example, and play like shit. Play that utter slop. It's an absolute disaster. It's been disastrous.
Oh, lovely.
So I don't know, when was the last time we lost 3 domestic matches in the trot at Ibrox? Maybe some stat out there can let us know, but yeah, that wasn't fun.
Abject, terrible, gutless, simple passes overhit time and time again.
And there's something quite funny about watching Barry, who looks like a cross between a sort of coked up Scarface and Rasputin, sort of bulging eyed on the touchline, telling players to relax and calm down, while he looks as if he's about to have an aneurysm. So I wonder if they're getting mixed messages, and also, they're just not very good. So when they get anxious, that playing passes out of the pitch and lumping the ball into the box, that's the one I don't really understand, because you look at our side versus Motherwell, and Motherwell are units. They're bigger than us. We're quite a wee team anyway, but they're big. Their players have got like the backs of handball players. They're big, they're broad-shouldered, and we're lumping the ball in. And we're the best in the world. Igaman's a strong guy, but he's not tall. But then you're looking at like the likes of Danilo and Cherny and Bayrami. And these are players who, what is the point? To me, it's a sign of an anxious side who's defaulting to kind of just do something. And it was brutal to watch that.
It was obviously a tragic event, but it was pretty funny.
These players are just not good enough. And I don't think, to a man, there's many I would care if they were, if they left in the summer.
Looking at the situation with Barry, I wasn't a massive fan of him coming in, to be honest, just because, I look at his CV as a manager and it's just not the calibre that I want at Rangers. There is a wee bit of me, was a wee bit anxious when Baz got the job, that you're talking about a guy who's managed Alloa and Kelty and Clyde, and today was up against the guy who has managed in the Bundesliga and the Austrian Bundesliga, and it kind of felt a wee bit like that. Motherwell were actually, this was blowing my mind, Motherwell were stroking the ball about in midfield. Motherwell were slowing the game down, and then Motherwell were choosing when to up the ante and do little bursts of like attacking play. And I'm sitting watching this going, that should be us dictating play. There is a wee bit of me has the fear about Barry going up against Mourinho, and even going up against Rodgers, who, David Brent figure that he is also a competent coach. That does give me a wee bit the fear.
I'm glad you've kind of come out and been quite blunt about Barry Ferguson's appointment.
Get it up, yeah. Get it up, yeah.
After a brief little enjoyment and a bit of fun on Wednesday, we're back to our regular scheduled programming, which is, of course, talking about how guff this team actually is. We were back, baby, and this was going to be it. Barry's the genius, McCann's the genius, the players have responded, we are going to go in on a credible run and win every game. Did you notice we never made that preview video? Why? Because I did not believe us playing well is the rarity. I'm sitting here looking at arguably the worst Rangers team ever, so I can't sit here and happy clap. I'm truthfully finding it very difficult to speak about this Rangers team and try to encourage and try to see the shining lights and try to see the positivity, because I've reached a point now where I sit and look at this Rangers team and I don't just think they're a bad team, I don't think they're just a guff team, I don't think there's just a couple of bad players in there. I would look anyone in the eye and argue this is the single worst Rangers team I've ever seen.
Nice. A absolutely depressing Saturday. Oh, lovely. Another depressing Saturday. Another depressing home defeat for Rangers. I think it's the first time since 1986 Rangers have lost 3 straight games in the league. Genuinely poor. I'm going to criticise the players, because the players again have proved themselves to be not good enough to wear the shirt, not good to represent the club. Look, I don't think particularly the team selection was great. I thought the substitutions were bizarre. As a club and as a collection of players, their confidence is at a rock bottom level. Play like we did today against Fenerbahce and we'll get our arses handed to us. Motherwell were brilliant today. You thoroughly deserved your victory. The best team won the game. The best team won. The best team actually won. And at no point did we ever kind of throw the kitchen sink at them, really go for them, really go for the jugular. There was just no urgency there. There was no aggression there. I think the players have given up, if I'm being honest with you. I think this collection of players have actually genuinely given up. Jack Butland was absolutely shocking and totally to blame. And put the blame for the second goal firmly at the feet of James Tavernier.
Pair of Warmers. End of.
And Hjefte, where is Hjefte? I mean, we could have a little book we could find, it's like the Where's Wally books, the Where's Hjefte books. I thought Tav was shocking today, absolutely shocking again. And the sooner he's gone, the better. He's that bad. But look, I thought, overall the performance was poor from every single player on that pitch.
I was very disappointed. We went through everything that I wanted from them, and I get the total opposite. It's not enough. It's not enough. It's a fragile bunch, and we need to do some serious work. Giving ourselves every time a mountain to climb. It's been happening over a number of months.
Yes, they'll be booed off the park, but do they actually really care?
It was just absolutely pathetic. And Barry must have been, we can't blame the manager, but Barry must have been absolutely kicking lumps out of him at half time and full time. And I'd have had him in the middle of the park today, even how old he is.
No chance. God's sake. You've been drinking?
Look like they've given up. Look like they don't want to be there.
These players they've nothing to play for. That's why they're nervous, because Barry Ferguson's probably game after game shouting at them and not being nice.
Who the fuck do you think you're talking to? You bind your neck in.
The space in the middle of the park teams have against us, by the way, is ridiculous. And yeah, you're right. Do you know what? They were targeting Proper over Tav, because Proper in the air's horrendous. Every time you go near him, he falls to the deck because he can't handle the physicality. Raskin was a joke today, couldn't pass 5 yards. Dio actually was okay in that first half. It's a mess from top to bottom. The team's got no fight. Barry's 100% right. They're all shite bags. Every single one of them absolute shite bags.
Get it fucking right up, you.
And Motherwell, to their credit, although fawing about the place, diving, wasting time for the first minute, that's why people look at our league and go, nah, Scottish was a bit of a joke. Time wasting for minute one, it's poor. But they were organised as well, and their press was decent. The officiating was horrendous today. Absolutely horrendous. Nick Walsh is a dreadful referee. An absolute dreadful referee. Motherwell were diving all over the park today, and it was doing my nut in, right? I blame the officials for buying into it. Nick Walsh buys into everything and tries to make the game about him. He's an absolute atrocious referee. He's got Forum in the past, one of Scotland's top referees. It's an absolute joke. It's an absolute joke. The Rangers players shouldn't be expecting to get decisions off of him because he's biased against Rangers.
What are you, retarded? I know you're not retarded. But what are you, Down syndrome?
He wants me on here, and he wants people on Sky, and he wants people on the BBC, and he wants the Rangers manager to come out after the game and make it all about Nick Walsh. Wee man syndrome, right? That's what he's got. Because he loves himself. But no, I can't go him.
Maybe if you have a job in Martin, you're mocking right your ass for you, Martin.